everybody. Let me get the audio levels here, drop down the music a bit. All right. Hey, welcome everybody. AESD at Home is back. Hopefully you were able to join us yesterday and see Dr. Downing reading us a book and kind of with the magic hand bringing in the box of everything that makes school work when we're doing this all through distance learning. So this whole week we have awesome programs, and next week and the week after and all that, and we're back for a long time. So hopefully you were able to kind of see the schedule a bit. Let me see if I can show you real quick. There's the schedule. You can see Mondays we have Hello Fellow Kids. That's Dr. Downing talking you through some things, or reading a book to you, or doing some last year we did some unboxing of toys. It's just a real cool way to start the week. Something real simple, something real fun. Tuesdays, that's today right now, it's Let's Make Some Games. We're going to be making games, and we're going to get right to it here in just a couple of minutes. Wednesday is a brand new program. It is Making Music, and that is with Mr. Anderson, and he's going to be showing you how you can make music at home, both digitally and maybe with stuff around your house. Real easy ways to make music, even if you don't own or have access to an instrument. Thursdays is a returning show, Simple Art at Home with Mrs. Houston. And you've been watching the one she's been doing all in the spring last year and then a couple over the summer. You know that is a very, very popular and well-deserved popular show. So you should check that out. And then Friday is another brand new show. It's called Vote the Game. And so basically throughout the whole week, you're going to have the ability to vote for what game we should stream. So Friday's kind of a relaxed, chilled sort of let's just play some games. But you guys get to decide what game we're going to play. We put a survey out there of about 4 or 5 games for you to choose from. Each week it will change. So if you don't like any of the games to choose from this week, we'll add some new ones to the list for next week. So you could probably see right up above here the games that you have to choose from. So it says, what game should we stream for Friday, September 5th? We'll stream games for a couple hours starting at 3. We'll probably go 3 to 5, maybe 3 to 6. And the games you could choose from this week are Fall Guys, which has already an 82% vote, but there's still time to change it around. There's Paper Mario, Origami King at 13%. I hope that one gets chosen. I've been playing that a bit over the summer and absolutely love that game. And if you've seen anything from it, it's just funny. Ooblets is at 3%. Oh, Ooblets is one of my favorite games that I played this summer in addition to Paper Mario. It's like Pokemon, except you do dance battles instead of actually fighting battles. So you guys saying if you're late, yeah, you're only 4 minutes late. It's fine. It's a live stream, and we'll record it. And there's not a big rush. And we haven't even started making the games yet, so don't worry, you haven't missed anything. And then the last game that you can vote for this week is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. And as much as I love that game, I'm kind of glad that it's a little bit lower because the game can get tough. Really hard puzzles, and it would be very embarrassing for me to try to solve those puzzles in front of all of you screaming saying it's clearly you go and push that button, and I don't get it. So as of now it's looking like Fall Guys, but we still have another 2 days to vote. You can vote until Thursday night, so get your votes in and make sure that you vote for the game you want us to play. If you don't like any of those, don't worry, we're going to have new games next week. Just to give you an idea, games we will be streaming. I've got an ongoing list here. If kids reach out to me and tell me games we should add to it, not guaranteed those will be next week, but we have, plus the ones we have this week, Ooblets, Paper Mario, Fall Guys, Minecraft, Captain Toad, as we talked about, Untitled Goose Game, Cuphead, Roblox. As we have more games that we can add to it, we will add to that list, and you guys can choose each week. So, and if you have any, you can drop it into the chat. And so we are going to get started today. So as you can see right here, we are building in Scratch. We went back to Scratch. Last year we did some in Scratch. Sorry, I'm trying to get situated here in my office. We did Mario Maker. So we also did Mario Maker as well, which we might get back to later on in the fall. And then we also did Animal Crossing. We figured out how to do a scavenger hunt in Animal Crossing, and that was a lot of fun. So I made kind of like an escape island game. And then my son, who goes to Price, Parker, tried it out and tried to see if he could break out of the island. So lots of different ways to make games. This year we're going to spend some time back in Scratch because you all have access to it. So you can do it for free. And I also found 2 other programs. One is completely free, lets you make Game Boy games. So you can make a Game Boy game, and if you're not aware, that's a Game Boy up there on our logo. And you can make games play it in the browser, even though you don't have a Game Boy, but it uses all the same Game Boy style. What was the other thing? Oh, and then RPG Maker. So you can make your own RPGs, which is kind of cool. And what's nice about RPG Maker is they give you a 20-day free trial, so you can try it out. And then if you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. I love programs and games that give me demos and trials. Chad is saying Fall Guys, Fall Guys, Fall Guys. Roblox. Yeah, we had that suggestion. Roblox. I'm going to admit to you, as much as I know about a lot of games out there, especially ones I don't actually play, all I know about Roblox is what I've seen at Target. So if we do that one, that's going to be all brand new to me. So that'll be kind of fun if we end up doing that one. Minecraft. About 10 years of Minecraft. Love that game. That would be a lot of fun to do as well. I can show you guys how to do some chicken farms, some auto AFK fishing farms, that kind of stuff. Just Dance. Yeah, a lot of people love Just Dance. If you guys vote for it and it's on there, then we have to play it. Not my favorite, but maybe that's fun for you guys to see somebody who doesn't love a game have to play it. So if you've got suggestions, we'll definitely add it to the list at some point, and you guys can vote for it each week. So as of this week, though, those are the 4 games you can choose from. Vote by Thursday. All right, enough of that. Today we're going to be making a game, and kind of along the lines of Fall Guys, getting that 82% up there and being one of the most popular games at the moment. We are going to make a game that's kind of a mix between Fall Guys and one of my all-time favorite type games. So a very old school game you may or may not know, called, there's ads everywhere, called Breakout, which basically is you move this paddle around, you hit the ball hits the picture goes away, and then once you clear it, you win. So kind of like a Breakout style game we're going to be playing, but we're going to give it a Fall Guy sort of flavor to it. So basically we're going to make the Fall Guy the ball, and he is going to kind of bounce around on the screen, and then we'll make a paddle kind of go around. So that's the game we're going to be making. And you see we're starting with nothing. We're starting from scratch, which is a pun I make all the time. Yep, looks like we got kids asking for Minecraft. Can I see what you're typing? Yes, I can absolutely see what you're typing. And unfortunately, we may have to block some of you if you are not typing things that are appropriate. So yes, I can see what you're typing. Breakout. Yeah, Breakout. It's a game that's even before I was a kid, but stumbled on it in a pizza parlor one time and just fell in love with it. Love it. Okay, so anyway, let's get started. So a Breakout game basically involves 1, 2, 3, maybe like 4 pictures. So we're gonna have to do a lot of drawing today. And then we'll do some coding, and we're not going to finish today. We'll probably have to go into next week, but we'll definitely get the majority of it done today. So we need the paddle that goes around. We need the ball that kind of bounces off the paddle. We need something for the ball to hit. So that's 3 things. And then you need kind of like the pit where if the ball touches that, game over. So I'm going to start with the pit. That's the easiest thing. So in Scratch, you have something called sprites. So we just create, I do that every time. I don't want their random one. I want to make my own. So I'm going to click on the, my picture's covering it. You can't see. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to choose to paint. That option there lets me basically draw any picture or anything that I want. So you can see I've got a whole full canvas here, and I can draw whatever it is that I want. Yeah, Fallout, a mix between Fall Guys and Breakout. Fallout, I love it. It's already another game, but who cares? We'll call this one Fallout, or Bounce Guys, or Breakout Guys, or Break Guys. We'll figure a name out later. Okay, let's make a pit, and I'm gonna make the pit. I kind of like the purple. So let's do no outline. I don't want it outlined, and I'm gonna basically just draw a rectangle like this, and once I have it drawn, then I can kind of just place it wherever I want. So this is kind of my screen to draw. The tab up here, code, that's where I can code. Sounds, I can put sounds in. We'll put sounds in later. Costumes, again, is where I draw. And then this box over here, this one right here, that's what my game actually looks like. So I can see what it looks like. Yeah, Scratch, we're making Scratch. Oh, Fortnite. Yeah, we can add Fortnite to the list. Mario Kart. Oh, definitely we can add Mario Kart. We could add Mario Kart to the vote the game list, and then if you guys vote it, then I could randomly choose a couple principals to play Mario Kart against, so you can see your principal play Mario Kart, because I know quite a few of your administrators out there, principals and VPs, own Switches too, so we could play against them in Mario Kart. That would be fun. I'm writing it down. Mario Kart. Okay. Here we go. So we've got the pit. So basically, if the ball, which is going to be in this case the fall guy, falls down and touches this pit, game over. Now let's draw the paddle. I want the paddle, if you haven't seen Fall Guys, this is a reference picture I'm going to use later, but Fall Guys bumper maybe? I don't know what to call it. That's going to be like a trailer bumper. Let's see if we just do a Fall Guy image search if we can find what we're looking for. Oh, here it is. This is kind of a good thing. So see these like bumpers right here? I want the paddle to kind of look like that bumper. So I want to make it kind of move around. So that's going to be tough. We're going to call this one the pit, so I remember what that is. It's going to be a bit tough to draw. If you're just joining us, let me move my video out of the way so you can see. You hover over the cat, and then you click on the paint. Creates a brand new sprite for you, and then you can just make it whatever you want. All right, let me put my video back here. There we go. Super Smash Brothers. Yeah, we could play Smash. I haven't played Smash in a long time. I have all the character DLCs. I just haven't gotten around to playing it. I hear Banjo-Kazooie is awesome in Smash. Oh, what's my name? I'm Mr. Robertson. I'm assuming you're asking me. My name's Mr. Robertson. I work in the technology department here at Anaheim. What type of video games do I play? All kinds of games. I think I talked about this last year. My new favorite thing is walking simulators, games where you kind of just walk around, interact, and talk with people and just kind of experience a story. Much more calm than the games that frustrate me. So those are the ones I play quite a bit of. But like my favorite game I'm playing right now is Paper Mario Origami King. That game is the funniest game I think I have ever played, and I'm only about 3/4 of the way through it. Absolutely love that game. Okay, so we're gonna call this paddle, and we're gonna draw it. So I want it to look kind of 3D. I think I'm gonna make this yellow, and so let's start with the square here. I kind of like that 90s neon. Ooh, I like that green. No, I'm gonna go with the yellow. Whoops, wrong way. Do kind of like a 90s neon. There we go. Perfect. All right. No outline. And let's draw what that would look like. That's too big. I can always shrink it later. You can come over here and change the size. We'll leave it like that. If I get it too small, then I won't be able to see what I'm doing. And let's put it in the middle. But that's a little too simple. I want to make it look kind of 3D-ish. So let me get a circle here, and I'm going to draw a circle to give it kind of a 3D edge. Let me zoom in a bit. So here's the thing. Watch Simple Art at home on Thursday with Mrs. Houston if you want to see awesome art. If you want to see somebody stumble around and draw with basic rectangles and circles, then you join this stream, because drawing is not my strong suit. I don't know if you guys have this problem, but I can like see it so perfectly up here in my head. It's so perfect. And then especially when I go to draw with a pen or a pencil and I go to draw it out, it doesn't look anything like it. Computers I do a little bit better because my favorite thing, Control-Z, undo. I can try something and if it looks like junk, just Control-Z, undoes it, gets rid of it. But definitely check out Mrs. Castrajon's stream on Thursday. And I'm sure if she was watching, she'd say, oh no, I'm sure you do awesome. But yeah, so many people have said Roblox. Yeah, I feel like we have to put Roblox on the list for next week. We will. I will circle it. It's getting a Sharpie, which means I can't undo it. I'm circling Roblox. It will be on the list. Doesn't mean we'll play it. You guys still have to vote for it. but we'll add it to the list. All right, there we go. And then I'm going to make this outlined as well. Make it a black outline, make it about 3 thick. Looking good so far. Not too shabby. Okay, what would that look like? Okay, I think I know what to do. Okay, so I think I need to copy this one. Copy. Paste. Whoops. Let's zoom out a little bit so I can get to that. Bring this one over here. Like that. Zoom in a little bit. Looks pretty good, but you know what it looks like? It's like both sides are like this. It doesn't look like it's a long like tube with padding on the side. So I think one of them, maybe on the right, needs to oh, I know how to do this. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna copy this, copy paste, and I'm gonna make this one with a no outline. And then I'm gonna put it right here. Maybe make it a little bit shorter. Like this. Does that work? Oh, it's so close to being right. That's frustrating when you're so close to getting exactly what it is that you can picture in your brain and you can't make it happen. Let's see, does that work? I did it. Looks pretty good. Doesn't look good there, but that doesn't matter. No one's gonna zoom in on it. They're gonna see it over here. I like that. That looks good. That looks like kind of like that. It doesn't have the shading and all that. I can do shading later. I'm going for a basic look right here. All right. And this, I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. I'll make it up to a 4. Perfect. I'm not thrilled with... Something's cut off down here. It's that. There we go. Much better. All right, cool. Pit, done. That was easy. That was just a rectangle. Tube, paddle, done. That was a bit difficult to make that look 3D. I'm happy with it. Yeah, Pokemon Sword and Shield. You know what? I haven't played Pokemon Sword and Shield since the fall. That was like my Christmas game. That's what I played over the winter break. So yeah, we could definitely play Sword and Shield. I keep asking for Fortnite. I'm probably not going to do something violent like that. But I know you guys want it. I know. Okay. Paddle. I think it's still too big, so I'm going to make it smaller because the bigger it is, the easier it is. And you're going to hear me talk about this a lot. If your game's too easy, whoops, wrong one. If your game's too easy, nobody wants to play it because where's the challenge? If your game's too hard, nobody's going to play it because it's frustrating. And I don't know about you, but I don't play games to be frustrated. I play them to be challenged, but not frustrated. There we go. That's a good size paddle. Okay. Perfect. Now comes the challenging part. We gotta draw the fall guy. Okay, so this though, let me explain. Fall guy is a very simple shape. It's a circle on top for the head. It's a square for the body. And then it's like 2 circles on the bottom. And you put the circles on the bottom on top of the square to kind of round it out. You put the circle on top of that square to round it out the top. And then, of course, the circle in the middle for the face, and then the 2 eyes, and then the hands. The hands are going to be difficult, but I think we can do it. So, like I said, I'm not entirely great at art. So what I tend to do is I tend to try to break shapes down or drawings down into simple shapes. That's too far out. And hopefully I get what I'm looking for. Okay, so let's do... okay, I need basically a circle, and I like that pink color. I'm going to go with that pink color. So let's go over here. Perfect. No outline. I want it to kind of look solid and chewy. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but okay, so you want to stretch it down, of course, because he's got a long body there, but that's not the body I'm drawing. I'm drawing the head. I want that circle to be, the longer you pull down that circle, the more it's going to go from like this to kind of like a pointed circle. And I don't want it to be too pointed. You can see it's kind of a more rounded off top. So that's good for now. Okay, now let's do a square. Same thing. Come in here, draw a square. Fall Guy's tall, or long, I should say. Draw the square, but now let's zoom in. And let's make sure that we're not sticking out too far. See, I already made a mistake. Square should go up to the top. The square should meet the circle at its widest point. Like that. And then come down until it's flush with the circle. There we go. It's working. Oh, you guys like the songs? They're the free YouTube songs that YouTube lets us use. But what's cool is you can kind of filter it out. So I filter for electronic or dance because I feel it's kind of fun to have in the background. And then the mood is happy. So I figured that way if I'm not talking and when I'm concentrating, my face is usually like this. There's at least happy music in the background to go with it. Yeah, you know, I could copy and paste the Fall Guys photo. I think it's more fun to draw it. I like looking at a game and saying I made everything in that game. You're absolutely right. I could totally draw it. But like I said, I like to kind of look at something and be like, I made that whole thing. I drew that. Let's drag this up. Whoops, not what I wanted. Okay, now drag those up to darn it. There we go. Drag that up together. Okay. Now we need to make the body look more like an actual Fall Guy body because it's not square and sharp on the bottom. It's rounded. Oh, I know what I can do. Scratch lets you manipulate the points on a shape. So you can come in here and you can actually pull it in like this. And then where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's curved. Okay, so undo. Come in here. Pull it in a little bit. And then we're going to turn to curved. And we're going to come out a little bit. What does that look like? Ugh, no, that's not right. So I'm looking on a bigger screen here. Okay. Then let's do the same thing here. Pull that out. Whoa, it's bowed. That's fine. I hope this is gonna work. Like that. And then let's bring it in. There we go. A little bit better. I know that's not perfect, but we'll come in here. Pull that in. Well, it's starting to look like an apple. It's not too bad. I think this needs to come out a little bit more. This needs to come out a little bit more. And let's put a line here and pull that out, and then pull that out. And then you you do this long enough, you end up with a completely messed up, distorted version of what you were trying to originally do. But I think we can do this. We're basically just, oh, that's not right. I know that's definitely not right. We're basically making kind of a distorted rectangle. That looks pretty good. I need a line here to kind of pull out. See, it keeps pulling that whole thing out. I think I need to do that. There we go. Perfect. And I think I need to do the same thing over here. Pull that one in. Looking better. Pull this one out a little bit. And there's our Fall Guy. Kind of. Not really. We're going to play, have I heard of Paladins? Yes, I have heard, and I've checked out Paladins. That's kind of fun, actually. I really enjoyed that game. What are we doing? We are making a Breakout game with a Fall Guy theme, and we're drawing our Fall Guy. So we're getting there. You know what? He might be too tall. That might be too tall. Let's see if we can shrink it down a bit. Yeah, that's better. All right, let's give it some features here. So we're gonna give him a white sort of mask face. You'll notice I kind of tilted him a little bit, and then I want him facing that way. I want to add just a little bit of depth to it. It's not as long, it's more round. Move it around like that. There we go. And then let's fill in and let's make his eyes. His eyes are kind of like that. Copy, paste. Whoa, that is not what I wanted. Undo. And his eyes, they're not supposed to be like that. I'll fix that. Their eyes are kind of like down and separated. Maybe a little bit more separated. That looks pretty good. Why is Fall Guys popular? You know, there's been a lot of games. I mean, it's almost impossible to say why any game is popular, but there's been a lot of games out there that are the battle royale, you know, the last standing out of 150, whatever. And I think a lot of them have been sort of shooters or violent. I think Fall Guys, honestly, is kind of simple fun. If you watch shows like Wipeout or even like American Gladiators, where it's like you're trying to survive some sort of obstacle course, Fall Guys is a lot of fun because you're engaged in that, and you're trying to be like the last person to survive. So it's kind of fun that way. Yeah, and like as somebody said, because it's new. Yeah, you know, sometimes new games are just really popular. And now with so much time on our hands in some ways, you know, a lot of us are looking for a new game and we play it a lot. You know, like I know there's people that have 600-800 hours in Animal Crossing, you know, and so just sometimes you're just looking for a brand new game. Kirby Star Allies. I love Kirby. Yeah, this kind of does look like a longer version. Like if you took Kirby and stretched it, or if Kirby ate a Fall Guy. Love Kirby. Do you make Minecraft on Scratch? No, they didn't make Minecraft in Scratch, although if you look on Scratch, I'm sure you'll find quite a few games that look like people are trying to make Minecraft in Scratch, which is awesome. It's just a way for people to figure out how to code. You know, coding is something that can be difficult depending on where you are and what you're doing with it. And one of the best ways to learn how to do it is to try to copy something that you already know. So we show that a lot, like when we were having kids code, we were going to have 6th graders code in Python once they learned Scratch, and we were going to have them just make the same games they had already made in Scratch. And that might seem kind of ridiculous, like why? They already made that game. Well, if you're familiar with it, it makes it a bit easier to do it somewhere new. And so it's the same thing with like Minecraft. You know Minecraft, you spend a lot of time in Minecraft, you can better figure out maybe the coding if you're already doing something that you know. Fall Guys only have 4 fingers. I say that, but I don't know if that's right. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 fingers, or 3 fingers on a thumb. So we'll make the thumb like that. We'll make the finger tilt a little bit like that, and a little bit bigger. Make this one a little bit longer. Make this one a little bit shorter. And rotate. There we go. Make that a little fatter there. Oh, actually the thumb, wait. No, that would be the thumb. Okay, well that's perfect. The thumb should be a little bit fatter than everything else. And if that's the pinky, then that should be smaller. Okay. Now the hard part, yeah, Donkey Kong. Yeah. We have an arcade version of Donkey Kong at home that I love. Donkey Kong is a really fun game. And if you can play Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze on the Switch, or if you have a Wii U, you can get it on the Wii U as well. That game is awesome. And it is really, really difficult. Like, really difficult. Let's give these guys an outline so they stand out when I color them in. And we're going to give them a chunky outline. There we go. What was that, 3? Yeah, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just joining us, we're making a Breakout game, like a old style kind of Atari game where the paddle moves around and you bump a ball around, except in this case the ball is our Fall Guy. to kind of celebrate Fall Guys. We know a lot of kids are out there playing it. A lot of people out there are loving it. Even if you're just, you know, watching it on Twitch or somewhere, we know a lot of people are loving that game. So why not capitalize on it? All right. Not in love with this idea of an outline, but we'll see how that goes. Okay. Now comes the frustrating part, because then I want to just fill this in, right? But Scratch doesn't let you fill it in unless it's a pre-created shape. I don't love those fingers. I'm gonna fix them, but let me let me fill this in first. So I'm gonna have to actually go in by hand and color them in. Yeah, Mario Odyssey. I'm on the very last world or whatever. I'm at Bowser's Castle the second time for Mario's Odyssey. I can't bring myself to finish it because I love that game so much. That and Breath of the Wild, I really tend to not finish games that I love because I just don't want them to be over. So like Breath of the Wild, I'm like, I'll finish it when we're only like a month or two out from the sequel. And same thing with Mario Odyssey. Once that game gets a sequel or something like that, I'll finish it. So for here, I don't care if it bleeds over a little bit onto this black because I'm actually going to do the grouping that's called send to back. So as long as I keep it all the same stroke here. Ooh, that got, ooh. Oh. Okay, now I do care about that. I went way too far on that one. All right, let's do it all over again. So we'll just fill this in. It's okay if it goes over because I'm going to push this behind the hands. So it's okay. And this is kind of the last thing I have to draw before we can actually start programming and making the game. So if you came to see how programming works, stay tuned. We'll get to that. And if you're just joining us, I think I just explained the game we're making. I right-clicked. No, that means I have to let up. Okay, well, I just have 2 or 3 of these. Oh, actually, I know how to do it. I don't have to send those back. I'll send the lines front. Ha ha ha. Forward. There we go. See how that works? I really don't like those fingers. See, they're more like kind of chunky and short. Oh, that's not going the way I want. Why is that not working the way I want it to? Okay, go down like that. Ugh. There we go. So yeah, so we're making a Breakout style game using Fall Guys. And then you'll see up above here, you can vote for what game we stream next, or on Friday. On Friday, we're just going to stream a game. That looks better. It's not great. It doesn't look that good, does it? Scratch game of Pokemon. Oh my gosh, the amount of coding that would have to go into that. But I bet you somebody out there has already done it. I am not the person to help out with that. I'm going to send this backwards. That might help a bit. And we'll send this one backwards. It looks a bit better. I'm just not in love with this at all. It looks a little bit better. You know, maybe they're just too, maybe the outline's too thick. That's better. All right, we'll leave it at that. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we love that logo. I love Game Boy. That is the system I wanted when I was a kid. Unfortunately, we just couldn't get it, but absolutely love Game Boy and love the Game Boy games. Link's Awakening, Metroid. I had a friend who had one and he had Metroid, and I just loved Metroid. All right, we're gonna move this, swap it around, and we'll make it maybe straight out like that. So I was sharing at the very beginning that we'll actually, this year we'll be making a Game Boy game. because I found a program. I don't love these eyes. I think they're a little bit too small. I found a program that actually lets you make Game Boy games for free, and you can play them online. So like we can make it and post it, and you guys can play. I did that last time. Oh my gosh. Grab, go. There we go. There we go. Okay. There's our Fall Guy so far. I'm going to shrink him down so I can get an idea of what he's going to look like when he's smaller. He's got to be kind of small, right? Because it's a ball that bounces. That might even still be too big. Let's try 20. Perfect. All right. Now we just got to give him legs. The legs are going to be a bit difficult, but we can do it. I'll take a breath here and take it. Look at chat. Kingdom Hearts. Yes, yes. I played the first Kingdom Hearts back on, was it PlayStation 2 maybe? I haven't played any of them since, although I've seen some videos, and I hear the story can be very confusing. But I love the art and everything in Kingdom Hearts. How can you vote? Go to our YouTube page. You can click on community, check with your parents first, but you can go there and you can vote. And then just vote by Thursday. So that's in 2 days. And then whichever one's in the lead, and you can see it's kind of a not so many people have voted that you guys can't make up that difference. So if you really want something else other than Fall Guys, get in there and vote. You can change. Every vote counts. Every vote can change the course of history, and so you and your vote and your voice can speak and change the course of history of what game we play on Fridays. So you may not be old enough to vote in elections, but you can vote for a game and you can get some practice and experience in voting. Okay, good. It's not just me that Kingdom Hearts can be confusing. All right. Although I'm excited because I hear that there's a iPhone Kingdom Hearts game coming out or already out. I've been meaning to check that out. So much talking. I can silently click her around. I don't think that's very fun, but yeah. I spend a lot of time during my day talking, so I wouldn't mind a break from it. Okay, let's put in some feet on this guy. All right, so the feet are a little bit trickier because they got kind of like a duck waddle look to them. They kind of come out, and like this and then like that. So I don't think lines are gonna work. I think I'm gonna have to actually hand draw it. So they kind of come out like this and then down. And like I said, almost like a waddle. And then they got a bit of a concave to them. This doesn't look perfect, I know, we'll fix it. And then they come in like that and up. Oh, I forgot. Scratch helps you. It kind of helps smooth out the curves and stuff. So if something's not perfect, Scratch tends to help you figure it out. PlayStation VR. No, I haven't played much with the PlayStation VR. I do have a VR for my computer. Beat Saber is incredible. I'm trying to think of the other game we play. Space Pirate Trainer. That's a fun one too. All right, let's come in here. It doesn't look like that, does it? It's not wide enough. It needs to be wider. All right, we'll make it kind of come out like this. See how that looks. That's better. And then out like this. And then like that. All right, that looks good. And let's fill it in. I might trace over it with black to kind of help it stand out, just like the hands and the arms, but for the most part, I kind of like it like that. Now, let's come in here, highlight all this. I did it again. Group it. Oh, it's not letting me group. Oh, it's already treated as a group. Copy and paste. Flip it horizontally. And we'll do it like that. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad, actually, for drawing it by hand. I'm happy with it. Can I do an outline on it? What is that going to look like? Let's try an outline. Hey, that looks pretty good. Ooh, wait, no. It's all messy up front. Oh, I know how to fix that. I know how to fix that. Send to back. send back. There we go. All right, and this one we'll do the same. Outline 3, send it back. There we go. And we'll put this kind of like that. And then no, we'll put that like that. And then we'll come in with a paintbrush at 3. Black. So you can see making games is just as much drawing as anything else. It's drawing, it's programming, it's music. A few years ago that I worked with a school, Thomas Jefferson. If any of you go or know of Jefferson, we worked with Jefferson, and there was an after-school coding club, and we had a couple people from Insomniac who makes Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank. If you've seen the new Ratchet and Clank, it looks awesome. Come in and talk to the kids, and neither of them actually made games, cared that much for games. One of them was an artist, and she said she does 2D drawings, just sketches with pencils, and then that kind of gives the programmers the idea of what to make inside the computer. And then the other one just makes, makes music, and doesn't make games, but makes music for games. So it was kind of cool. Like, you can get involved in games no matter what it is you're interested in. You like to draw? You can see right here, a large part of it is drawing. If you like making music, you can make music to go along with your games. If we have time, we'll do music. All right, cool. I like my Fall Guy. I'm going to zoom out because zoomed in I don't like them, but zoomed out, it's not too bad. It's recognizable. That's what matters, is that you can recognize him. I'm not going to put a crown on him because we haven't earned one yet in the game. You want to vote, but you don't know how. Go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Anaheim Elementary, and you can vote there. And you can help us choose what game we're going to play on Friday. Wii Sports. Hey, you know what? I dug out my old Wii, and I had lost Wii Sports. I had to buy it off eBay, but got Wii Sports. And my son and I played a little bit of bowling a couple of months ago, and that game is as fun as I remember it. I love Wii Sports. Love it. Love it. Your Xbox crashes during Minecraft. Oh, that's a bummer. It's really kind of a bummer when games make things crash when all you want to do is play. If you play on PC, you know that happens a ton. All right, we got our guy here. Let's start programming him. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to program the paddle. So here's the deal with the paddle. I want it to stay here, but I want it to move left and right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say when the green flag is clicked. So if you've coded before in Minecraft, you know. So now we're moving on to the coding. We've done enough drawing for today. We're going to do some coding. If you've coded before, you know that the green flag basically is like the start button. So, if you press the, A or plus button on a Switch, or if you press the triangle button on PlayStation or start on Xbox, it starts the game, and that's what this one does. So once you click that green flag, then it knows, all right, now I'm going to start firing off all of these commands. I'll do whatever it is you tell me, and I'm going to do it in the order you tell me to do it in. So order in programming is really important. There's a couple of things to keep in mind when you're programming. And if you're here and you've done Scratch before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The first thing is the order. It will always do the top thing first, then the second thing, then the third thing. The second thing to keep in mind is it's going to do it extremely fast, faster than counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it will do it at like a millisecond speed. So sometimes if you want something to happen and you want it to wait a while and then do the next thing, you almost have to put pauses in. It's called wait. You have to like put in a wait or whatever. And then the third thing is this computer will do exactly what I tell it to do. Up here, I might think, well, come on, you know what I meant. I meant do X, Y, and Z. Don't do X, Y, Z. It will do exactly what you tell it to do, nothing more, nothing less. Computers are very smart, but they're not very wise. We humans are very wise and sometimes cannot be very smart with the things that we do know and don't know. That's where the computers help us out. So think of it as like, you may not remember who the 23rd president of the United States is, but you could use a computer to look it up. But if you put in their 23rd president, They may not bring back 23rd president of the United States. They might bring back 23rd president of a random company or something, because the computer doesn't know what you meant. So the computer will only ever do what you ask it to, nothing more and nothing less. Yeah, coding is hard and kind of fun. You know what? It's a lot of fun when you have the idea and you see it happen, and it's really difficult when you know you've coded it exactly right. You can't see any problem, and the program just decides to go, yeah, and then not work. So you always have to be ready for that, because that is something that can definitely happen. All right, first thing we're going to do is I'm going to guess that at some point my paddle might actually break, and somebody figures out a way to, put it like way over here or whatever. So I'm going to make it that when I click the green flag, nope, goes right back to where I want it. So I want to go to Y is the, why am I doing that? No, that's right. Y is the up and down and X is the left and right. It has been a long day. So I want the Y to stay the same. I don't want this to change because I don't want you to move your paddle all around and be able to do all this. Your paddle should stay in the same up and down position, but I do want you to change it left and right. So I'm going to say go to X, but I don't want it to be negative 110. I actually want it to go to wherever my mouse happens to be. So I'm going to put, how would I do that? I think it's mouse position. Mouse X. There we go. Okay, so if I click this, then it should go there. Perfect. So if it ends up over here for some reason, you cheese my game and you figure out how to break it, nope, it's going to always come back to right where I want it. Perfect. Yeah, you know how to make a sprite. Hey, you know how to make a sprite go up, down, left, and right? I would dare tell you that that is the vast majority of everything you do in coding, especially when you're making a game. How do you make the character move? Think about that. Every game, no matter what game you play, it's making a character move. If you're not moving a character, then, there's some games that don't have you do that, but 90% easily of games is making a character move. So if you know how to make a sprite, a character go up, down, left, and right, you've learned a ton. So be very proud of yourself. And there's multiple ways to do it. And I'll tell you, there are times where I teach kids how to do it and I make a mistake in front of the whole class. I've done it 1,000 times and I still can't figure it out. So now we're going to make the paddle move all around. And we're going to have it forever. Just checking my notes here. Here we go. Forever. Meaning I want this to do this even faster than this the entire time of the game. Don't do it for 5 seconds. Don't, like here, don't repeat it 10 times and then stop. I want you to do this forever. I want it to set my X position to wherever my mouse is on the X. So if I do that, then it means when I move my mouse on the X position, it should set my paddle to that. So let's click the flag and there we go. Look at that. I'm moving my paddle back and forth. I can't move it up and down because I told it to, I can't put it on my screen. I told it to set the up and down position to negative 123. That just happens to be right there at the bottom of the screen. And then set X to mouse X, but notice I gave it no code on what to do for the Y, the up and down. And that's because I don't want you to move up and down. So I only put in stuff there for X. So now it's going to move back and forth. Pretty simple, right? That's pretty much all the coding I have to do for this paddle. So you managed to break my game and move the paddle up there. That's cool. It's going to always come back here and it's going to always move like this. And you'll notice there at the bottom, notice right underneath the paddle where it says Y negative 123. As I move it back and forth, that Y stays exactly the same. It's like the paddle's just like locked in and it'll move like this, but it can't go up and down because it's locked in. Plants vs. Zombies, yes. All right, is that Garden Warfare? Because I played the one on the phone, Plants vs. Zombies 1 and 2, and I loved that game. I think my son played Garden Warfare. I've not played it, though, but it looks awesome. It looks like a lot of fun. Yeah. Okay, so that's it for the paddle. And then we press stop, and then that ends it. So now we're going to go over to the Fall Guy. Now, the Fall Guy's a bit different. So success already. I know that when the green flag is clicked. Let me pull this over here so it's a bit bigger. Now what I wanted to do is I wanted to go to a specific position, and I want this guy to always start at the very top and in the very middle. And I know it's not the very, whatever, I'm off of my X by 7. We'll just change that to 0. There we go. And the very top, because I want to give you the longest chance to get that paddle underneath him before he falls. So I'm going to go to motion, and I'm going to say go to, there we go, go to this when I click start. So let's say you end the game here. Oh, bummer, you lost. Click start. Look, he goes right back to where I told him to. No matter where I put this fall guy, no matter where he ends up at the end of the game, click the green flag, we'll always go back here, 0, 143. Now what I have to do is tell it what to do when you actually click and start the game. No more Minecraft updates on PS3? That is a bummer. I love my PS3. At least what you built stays. And I'll tell you what, a positive spin on that is there are times when Minecraft pushes out an update, especially in the Java edition, that breaks something that I built. Especially like I love chicken farms. Auto chicken farms are my favorite thing to build. And every time they come out with an update, they add or take something away and it breaks my chicken farm and I have to build it all over from the beginning. So the bonus to that is at least everything you built and build in the future on your PS3 will not get broken by an update. So I look at that as a bonus. You may not see it that way, but I definitely see it that way. Okay. So now I need to tell it where to go. So I want to tell it that basically I want it to go somewhere random, because if I always know where it's going to go, then it's kind of just pointless, right? You know exactly where it's going to go. It's pointless. So I'm going to have it point towards, and then it gives me some selections here. Mouse pointer, the pit, that's the purple thing, and then the paddle. Well, I don't want to point to the paddle. That's incredibly easy. I don't want to point it to the pit because then basically it's going to just make a straight psst right to the end and end the game. And I don't want it to point to the mouse pointer because that just doesn't make sense. I don't like any of these options, but I notice the shape is a very peculiar shape. It is a rounded sort of oblong circle. And I might notice that these in here are oblong, rounded off circles. So I'm going to pick random. So I'm going to have a point to someplace random, okay? Now, here's how coding works, and this is kind of difficult to explain, and I promise you I barely understand it. So right here, let's say this whole screen that I'm in is a whole sort of degrees. Right here at the top in the middle, that is 0 degrees. And then as I tilt, that's 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45 degrees, okay? 50, 55, 56, all the way down, or, I'm sorry, 90 degrees, jeez, 45, 90 degrees, what would that be, 135, and then 180, okay, so it's like 180 degrees, and if you've done geometry already, you know that, right? You go 0 to 180, basically makes like a whole half, but it doesn't then keep going 181, 182, 180, whatever, it goes into negatives. So up here it starts, it goes -1, -2, -3, all the way down to -180. It's weird. I've never heard of a negative angle, but in Scratch and in coding in general, they deal with angles as positive and negative. Over here is the positive to 180, and over here is the negative to 180. So I want my fall guy here to basically choose a spray that's between these. So I'm going to say pick a random number between negative, we'll try 35, negative 35 degrees, that's kind of about down to here, to 35 degrees, and that's about down to here. So basically my fall guy is going to choose like a cone, and it's going to drop somewhere in there. And I want it to be random each time. So there's no 360 degrees in coding, at least with Scratch in my experience in other programs. It's 180 degrees and then a negative 180 degrees. Yeah, it is bummer. Yeah, it is kind of a bummer that they won't let you transfer saves from your PlayStation to any other platform. That's always been kind of a bummer with Minecraft is they have crossplay, but unless you're on one of their paid realms, you can't. It's really hard to transfer. On a PC, you can kind of export your world and then import it later, but on a PC, it is kind of a bummer. I would always kind of wish Microsoft would figure that out when they bought it. Maybe they have figured it out and they've chosen not to fix it. I don't know. Okay, so it's going to point. So it's going to choose a random place it's going to point, and then I want it to kind of go forever. I want it to just keep bouncing. So I'm going to say forever move we'll say 10 steps. It's going to move 10 steps. So it's going to pick a random place and it's going to move 10 steps, but it's going to move those 10 steps forever. So it should just kind of go like this. Now, if I click this green flag, this guy here is just going to go pick a random place and it's going to go shh, and it's going to just fall completely off my screen and I'm never going to see it again. So I need to make sure that I say if on edge bounce. Now, that's not what I wanted. That's awful. That's not what I wanted. I don't think I chose the right angles. Let's try, I know what I did wrong. I made it a narrow band like this. I need to make it a wide band. I need it to be all the way down to 125 and all the way down to 135. Now let's see if that works. No, it's still not working. Okay, go to point, pick 120. Maybe I got my numbers backwards. 135 to 125, 125 to 135. It's not working. Point towards, pick random. You know what maybe is? It's pointing towards it when it should be pointing in the direction of it. So let's pull that out because I know that's right. Let's get rid of that. And point in direction. I bet that's the reason why. Oh, perfect. There we go. And see how it just bounces around. So it's just going to bounce around. It doesn't care about my paddle. It doesn't care about the pit either. It's just going to keep bouncing around. Coding can be fun, but it can be frustrating. Ask me what the difference is between point towards and point in direction. I don't know. Maybe one of you knows, but I have no idea. Lots of talks of gotcha life. I'll admit I don't know that. I don't know that one at all. All right, here we go. Now we need to get some punishment. So we're gonna say when the green flag is clicked, forever, we're gonna use an if-then statement. If, we'll go to sensing, our fall guy is touching the pit, we're gonna have it stop other scripts in this sprite. So bounces, 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 stops. Perfect. But I wanted to say something, so let's have it also then say, ooh, I know, eliminated. Just like in the game. Cool. Done. All right. So I've got the bouncing around the edge. I've got what happens if it touches the pit. Stop. Now I need to actually bounce off my paddle. So we're going to kind of do this somewhat of the same thing we did over here. When green flag is clicked, I'm sure there's a more efficient way to not always have to keep doing the green flag clicked, but it just makes me feel comfortable knowing that when you click the green flag, this is going to happen. It's a comfort thing. I know it's not efficient, and a lot of programmers like efficiency. This is not efficient. We're going to say forever if touching the paddle, then I want to do something like this. Point in direction. Point in direction. And then I'm going to have it choose a random one again. Choose a random direction. And now I think I want to do the small funnel, like 35 to... So let's do negative 35 to 35. Let's see what happens now. Oops. I just lost my own game. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Bounces off my paddle, goes somewhere random. Two things I noticed. One, way too easy. So I'm going to have it move 20 steps. Ooh, not 29, 20 steps. Let's see how that goes. So that, whoa, much faster. Way too fast. I'm not as good at my game as I thought I was. Let's do 15. I like to do them in 5s. Well, that's pretty good. 15's good. Other thing I noticed is It's choosing a wide range to drop from, but it's not choosing a wide range to go back up to. So I'm going to make this wider, negative 45 to 45. I'm going to make it choose like a much more random place to go to. There we go. So I'm playing. I'm doing a great job, man. I'm really good at this game. And then the purple gets hit, eliminated. There we go. All right. Now, that would be boring. This game looks fun. Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, we're only getting halfway through it. We probably... Oh, it's already 4. We'll work on this a couple more minutes, and then we'll take a break, and we'll see you guys next week. But let's get started on the next thing, which is I'm going to make a copy of this fall guy, and I'm going to change their color. There we go. Let's change the color to like a green. Paint. Okay, I know how to do this. Convert to bitmap. There we go. Now, paint, 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 paint. There we go. And you know what? Actually, let's convert it back to vector. Does it look any better that way? No, not really. I think I just really messed this up. All right, trash. Start over. Okay. Oh, you play with Paco Brody. I'm sorry, I don't know Gacha Life. I will look it up. I promise you. I will check it out. Okay. Basically, what I want to have is I want to have other Fall Guys kind of be a shape. Why is that tilted like that? Kind of be a shape. Oh, I know, because it's got all this junk code that I don't want for this one. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And direction 0. Whoops, that's not right. There we go. Direction 90. Okay. Now I'm going to just change his color. Green, perfect. Green, 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 green. Man, oops, not right. Every time I zoom in on those fingers and those hands, I don't like them, but stuck with what I have. And then we're going to call this one Bad Fall Guy. And we'll call this one Fall Guy. ... The good one. All right. And now we're going to make, we're going to say when the green flag is clicked, forever, if touching Fall Guy, the good one, then I want it to, whoops, I think that's in looks. I want it to hide, and I'm going to create a scoreboard. So I'm going to come down to variables, make a variable, and let's call this one score. And I'm going to say change, we'll have it change my variable by, change my score by 1, and then hide. Cool, look at that. Perfect. Now I'm going to make a bunch of these guys. Duplicate. 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 Oh no, I didn't do the right thing. Show. I need to make sure it shows every time I click and that it comes back. All right, trash, trash, trash. Ah, I put it on the wrong one. Show. There we go. Okay, when the green flag is clicked, show it, because it's probably disappeared from the last game, and then do all the other stuff. All right. Duplicate, 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 duplicate. Make me 1,000. Oh, way too many. Okay, we're gonna put them like this. Like this, like this, like this. I think I'm gonna have to change where my Fall Guys starts, because at the very beginning it just falls straight on top of two of them, and right, like straight off the bat you get 2 points. Plus 11. How'd I score 11 points? I only have 7 guys. Oh, I know how. Wait. I need to put in a wait. Change score, and I need to tell it to wait like 2.2 seconds. And I'm gonna have to add that to all of them. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add that to my backpack. Is that the code? No, I want this whole code in my backpack. There we go. Now I'm gonna come here, junk this, pull this in. If you guys don't use the backpack feature, it's great because you can take like common code that you do a ton of, just drag it into your backpack, and you drag it up. So look at that. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 clicks I saved myself by using the backpack. So what was happening, the reason why I got a score of 11 when I only have 7 guys, it doesn't make sense, is, way back at the beginning I told you guys the computer is not very smart, even though it's intelligent. It does exactly what you ask it to do. And it said change it, if you're touching it, change your score by 1, sure. Did you know that you were touching that Fall Guy for about 1.5 seconds? So we're not going to just give you 1 point, we're going to give you 2 points because we're going to round up. It's just a bunch of nonsense, but the wait feature is critical. All right, now let's click play and see what we get. Now my score is 18. I know why. Fall Guy. When the green flag is clicked, set my score back to 0. Kept adding my score over and over and over again. All right, now let's try. 5, 6, 7. Cool. There we go. I don't like where everybody is. I need to fix that. I also need to fix this. So first of all, I need to fix this guy's position. So I'm going to put him here. Go to negative. I'm going to do negative 10, negative 10. Yeah, right? Yeah. So he starts in the middle. Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. Now I'm going to stop and I'm going to move these guys to the right spot. Yeah, the pink one's the main one. The pink one's kind of like the guy that you're playing as, and then the green ones are the ones that you're playing against. And if I was to make more levels, they're not exactly even, are they? I would make like different color ones and all that. But what I need to do also is I need to say... oh geez, how am I going to do this? I need it to bounce off of these guys, bounce off and come back down, not just go straight through. So let me check chat while I figure out what to do. Thank you. You know, I'm good because I've been doing this a lot. I've made this game a couple times. I used to go out to a couple schools and help kids with it. So as with anything, just do it a lot and you'll get a lot better at it. And even then, like I said, I've made this a couple times before, but I forget things. I forgot the wait time. I forgot, you know, the point in the direction as opposed to point towards. It just happens. You forget things even when you're really good at it. I'm sure you could think of something you're really good at that you still make mistakes in, like sports or music or math. Even if you're really, really good at math and you study hard and you feel like it's your best subject, I'm sure you still make mistakes. It's just the way it is. Yeah, we could play Undertale. Absolutely. I've been meaning to do a passive play of Undertale. I know it's the most difficult one, but it's something I've been hoping to kind of chip away at. Redstone, yeah, we could do some Minecraft tutorials on Redstone. I am not the best at redstoning. I just follow a lot of guides and kind of then figure out what's going on and then change it for what I specifically need. I kind of understand redstoning. I got a feeling everybody in chat understands redstoning a lot better than I do. Yes, Undertale is a ton of fun. I absolutely love the music in Undertale. It is some of my favorite game music of all time. Undertale and Celeste, those two games are my absolute favorite video game musics. Okay, I need this to bounce off of, so I'm gonna do kind of this. I do kind of a copy of this, but I want to say if touching bad Fall Guy, then point randomly to, what did I do up here? 125, 135? 125, 135. I better get organized here because this is starting to get a bit crowded. So I'm going to pull this up. That one's done. That one's done. That one's done. That one's definitely done. And this is the one I'm working on. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. So I got to do this 7 times. I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but honestly, whoops. I barely understand coding to begin with, so I just do it the way that makes me most comfortable. And I'm sure somebody says I'm doing it wrong, but it works. And that's really what matters. Stop. Don't play that. Okay. Fall Guy 3. Right click, duplicate. That's the other thing I love about this program is the duplicate feature. Being able to make a duplicate of something without having to do it over and over and over again. I should be testing it to even see if this code works before I make a million copies of it, but who cares? Let's try it. Sometimes you just gotta take a chance and try something even if it's not gonna end up right. And bad Fall Guy 7. All right, now when I click play, it should bounce off the paddle. We already tested that. Should hit one of those guys, give me a point, the guy should disappear, and my Fall Guy should bounce back towards me, not just go right through them like they're a ghost. So let's try it. How in the world did it work the first time? This never happens to me. All right, it's random, so sometimes I'm gonna get stuck over here. I might have to fix that number. I think it may not be wide enough to go up to. Come on. Ooh, it hit that one and it didn't go. Maybe I missed one of the guys. There we go. Maybe it didn't hit it. Maybe I made that up. All right, I saw my Fall Guy clearly hit the pit on that one and nothing happened. So I think I just got lucky on a bug. I may have to fix that. Okay, it hit it again, right? I feel like it's hitting it and I'm not necessarily getting the point. There we go. Cool. That's it. Now I'm gonna say, hey guys, we finished the game today pretty much. Like it's a simple version, but we pretty much finished it. And we're gonna say when the green flag is clicked forever, if I'm gonna do some math here, real simple math, but basically I'm gonna say if my score equals, how many guys are there? 7. We're gonna say stop all other scripts and then say, we'll just say congratulations. Wait, what did they say when you win in Fall Guys? Number 1, I don't know. What did they say? A Slime Rancher game? Yeah? Trying to think. That would be fun to draw. That would be very difficult to code, but that would be a lot of fun to draw, actually. I would enjoy that. Do I play Minecraft? Yes. Off and on for about 10 years or so. Every now and then my kids and I, we get back into it and we get a realm going and we have a lot of fun. And then I usually burn out of it really quick, usually mining. Drill down to 14 above and then just mine and get all the diamonds I can, and then but it's kind of fun. It's nice, mindless at the end of the day to just sit there and just mine over and over again. Add more? Yeah, I could definitely add more to this. Maybe next week we can clean it up a little bit, but I think maybe next week we might just find a whole new game to do. How do you vote? Go. Oh yeah, so vote. We're wrapping up here, but vote. Go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Anaheim Elementary. Click on community, and in there's a post. If you don't see it, likely you're on a YouTube account that's locked out from voting on things. So you can just talk to your parents and ask them if they'll let you vote. And then if so, they can get you that access as well. And so I haven't seen it tick up. I thought it would have ticked up during the stream, unless maybe I have to do a refresh. Let me do a quick refresh and see if it's changed at all. Refresh. And it actually went up more in favor of Fall Guys. You guys really want Fall Guys, huh? You really want us to do Fall Guys. Okay. So that's where you can vote. You can just go to Anaheim Elementary, youtube.com/Anaheim Elementary, click on community, and you can do that. This video will be posted later tonight, at the latest early tomorrow. And I will put the link to this game in there so you can play the game if you'd like. And of course, you know with Scratch, you can always remix. So you can grab the game that I've made and you can go in and change it and make it better. And I'm sure you guys could definitely make it better. But for the most part, I accomplished everything I set out to accomplish in this game today. Got all my drawing done, got the paddle moving, got the Fall Guy bouncing up and down. Stops the game if I hit the pit. Hits the other Fall Guys, eliminates them. Gives me some points, and then if I get a certain amount of points before I fall into the pit, I win the game. So that was a lot of fun. We will be back again. We will be doing these videos for 6 weeks. So I don't know that we'll make a new game every week. This one went a lot quicker than I thought. But I'm going to pop over to another screen real quick so you can see. Every Tuesday we're here making games. As I said at the very beginning of the stream, we will at some point make a Game Boy game. It's a free app you can download, and you can make a Game Boy, a cool like old school green style Game Boy game. And you don't need a Game Boy to play it. You can just play it in a browser. So we'll be doing that. And also RPG Maker. And if you haven't seen RPG Maker, if you love RPGs, RPG Maker is really, really cool. And you don't need to know any coding for that. So we'll probably do that one later on in like November or December. But we'll do a couple more Scratch games and some Game Boy games in October, November. Tomorrow we have Mr. Anderson doing making music. He's going to show you cool ways to make music on the computer or with stuff around your house. So definitely check that out. Thursdays we have Mrs. Houston back doing simple art at home. If you've seen her videos before, you know how awesome it is, and the awesome cool stuff you guys can make. I saw an origami one the other day that I was like, oh, even I could do origami, and I always struggle with it. So very cool. Definitely check that out. And then Fridays vote the game, and as we just talked about, you know, so far we're saying it's looking like Fall Guys is going to be the one that is the one we're going to play on Friday, but that's not necessarily guaranteed. You can get in there and you can vote. And it's every stream that we do starts at 3 o'clock. So if you are always wondering like, what time is it? Always come to our YouTube channel at 3 o'clock. We'll have a stream here. We always have them recorded too. So if you missed the first part of this, or if you know a friend of yours would like to watch it and they're not here to see it, we have it recorded so you can get it on our YouTube channel. And I will put a link to this game in the description of the video once it's on our YouTube channel, either today or tomorrow. So you can play it, remix it, and make it better. This has been a lot of fun, guys. This has been absolutely the highlight on my day, definitely, and probably will end up being the highlight of my week. So thank you. Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot. We did agree at the beginning we were going to call this Fallout. Let's call it Fallout Guys, because it's like Breakout but with Fall Guys. And so to avoid copyright, because there's already a video game called Fallout, we'll call it Fallout Guys. So thank you, everybody. This has been a lot of fun. And we'll see you guys next week. Thank you. Bye.